Microcasting for your city. Talkapolis.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
You're watching Emerging Artists. Our guest, the band, The August. All right, guys, welcome to Talkapolis and to the show Emerging Artists. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Now, you guys are from Chicago originally.
Most, yeah.
Most of you are from Chicago. Hence the title of the new album, Dear Chicago, Love Nashville. But you're all living in Nashville now.
Correct.
What's the music scene like in Chicago?
Large. It's large.
Yeah?
Yeah, not as condensed as Nashville. That's why we made the move, I think, was the biggest reason, close to the industry and stuff. But there's so many bands in Chicago, so many venues.
Yeah, the city itself is enormous. You could get from like the north side to the south side in like 2 hours or something.
Really?
So there's a ton of clubs, there's a ton of bands, but they're so spread out.
Right.
It's not really a community like
Is there
Nashville
an industry, an actual business industry in for music, like little
Some,
labels and stuff in Chicago?
Oh, yeah.
But you guys didn't want to go that route. I mean, your music is great, by the way, and it's it is a mixture. I hear of it says in your bio American pop and roots, but I hear like with your voice, kind of like a cross between Janis Joplin and Tanya Tucker. I feel like it's country-ish, but like which is like I love Tanya Tucker's voice, like but I hear that gravel, you know.
Yeah.
But this album is aimed at country radio, though. Is that how you think about it, or no?
No,
Yeah. I think it's our take on, what we'd like to have on country radio, maybe, you know. We moved out here to kind of expand our songwriting as well, as our music, because like we were saying in Chicago, there's not really a community as much of musicians as there is here in Nashville.
At least for us, yeah.
They have a lot of like rock and roll, indie, tight-fitting clothes stuff, and here, it's a lot more about the song than it is the image, I think, So we moved out here to work on songwriting and just really focus in on it because we were kind of all over the map before. And by moving out here, we really focused in on, the story within the song, and then that may lead to country radio because country radio is really big on that story. So
I could almost hear like a Miranda Lambert or Pistol Annie's or someone else cutting one of your songs. Are you guys open to that? Is that?
Yes,
Are they watching?
Miranda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miranda,
This is Miranda Lambert's favorite show. What's up, Miranda?
We got a few that we haven't cut that would be perfect for you. So
Do you have somebody pitching the songs though, publishing wise?
We don't have our own publishing deal, but we write with some people that do. So
Right.
we've had a song pitched to Miranda.
Really?
Take it. But,
Okay.
but yeah, so I mean, we don't have a publisher.
So
but
that's
we
part
do
of
have-
it though. While you do your
Yeah.
band, you're open
Yeah.
to,
Anything.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Tell me about the music video. Finish What You Started. Where'd you guys make that?
Douglas Corner Cafe, yeah.
Very
That's where
cool.
we had our CD release for Dear
Awesome.
Chicago. Yeah. Best place.
Well, we're going to take a little look at it, okay? This is the song by The August, Finish What You Started.
This game you're playing with me, you ain't never gonna win. Baby, what were you thinking? Trying to make a fool out of me. It's a shame how it all came out. What happened to old-fashioned honesty? Yeah. I couldn't give you back that freedom that you wanted.
Wow, that's really cool. So you said someone has already cut that song, another artist.
Yes.
So that's exciting. So they're getting out there.
Yeah.
You've had 4 albums out, is that right?
1, 2,
3 albums?
3, yeah.
The first one was in 2005.
Yeah.
How do you guys think the sound has evolved since then to this most recent album?
I think on those earlier records, it was a little more, for lack of a better word, like just a little more juvenile in the lyrical content. We put cool images together with melodies and kind of made it work, But in moving to Nashville, they really focus on that lyrical story. So we really started getting into the detail of the lyric, you know, really capturing not only with sounds, you know, capturing an audience with sounds, we're really trying to capture them with the words and that story that's being told rather than just relying on that melody or the melodic hook, you know. I think that's where we've evolved the most, because we're still all the same writers with the same influences, you know, at heart, and that's always going to come through. And you always listen to more new music, and that might come in, you know, too. But just the knowledge we learned from working with co-writers out here and how they work and how they brainstorm and how they word associate, all that comes into play. And, you know, growing a song, you know, maturing, you know, I think more as writers than,
Yeah, you get
know,
older. You get
And as a
more
band,
focused.
yeah, we're just a little more focused, yeah.
You don't
The
always need, like,
songs
a rain
themselves
stick in a song.
And the
Yeah.
sound themselves are just a little more focused.
Yeah, so like Nashville is a great place if you have a diamond in the rough to chisel you into the fine diamond, because you do get to see how the masters do it. And then, of course, you can hear the songs that people are choosing and that they're cutting and what's kind of going here. But I think you guys have got you've got your own sound, which is really great. It's important to be able to make it within the system, but also obviously distinguish yourself with your own
good to
sound.
hear.
So you have a gig coming up on Wednesday?
That's right. Not this Wednesday, the Wednesday after Thanksgiving.
November 28th.
November 28th.
And where's that?
So
At Lucy's.
Lucy's Country Cafe. Bobby Pinson's Lucy's Country Cafe.
And that's part of the Blue Bar
Yes.
in Midtown, if you're looking
You
for
got
it, on the 28th. And how can we find your music? Out there in the
The interweb.
Yes, the interweb.
There's theaugust.com is a great place to start, and from there you could find all the reaches to, you know, Facebook. It's facebook.com/The August Music. I'm not sure which
How do you
way it
slash
ever
it?
goes, but The August Music, and we got YouTube and all that stuff, and it's all found at theaugust.com. So
Cool. And you're going to sing a song for us in a little bit too, right? What are we going to hear in the studio? Finish What You Started or another song?
No, Any Love Would Do.
Any Love Will Do.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
We
that.
just recorded that one, so hopefully we'll get that on the internet as well.
Very cool. Well, the August, thanks so much for joining us right here at Talkapolis. You've been watching Emerging Artists. I am your host, Greta Gaines. Check these guys out and stick around, because we're going to hear a song in the studio right here. Coming up. Microcasting for your city. Talkapolis.